Hi everyone. I know that you are getting bombarded right now with emails to use Google Classroom and startup links to use Google Classroom. If you have never used Google Classroom before, this short video is like a how-to startup guide for you. So you got to make sure that you're logged into your portal. If you've never used Google Classroom before, you're going to click where it says search applications and type in Classroom and it should pop up. Since I have used Google Classroom before, it appears under my recent tab. So you're going to go ahead and click it. If you have not used Google Classroom before, you probably won't see anything here. You might be enrolled in a class, but you might not have your own class there. So you're going to find on the top right corner this plus sign. You're going to click plus. You are going to create a class. You're going to call the class whatever you want. So I'm going to call this demo class. Section. This might be helpful, especially if you want to do this by class period, which would be very helpful for you when you are grading or you're trying to see participation and whatnot. So I'm going to call this period 1 right here. You don't necessarily need to write subject or room, but you definitely need to have a class name, and it will be helpful to have like a period name if need be. Then you're going to hit create. And any day now, the class will create. Perfect. So now you are in your class. You can change the theme here. If you click select theme, you can come up with something. Clearly, demo class is a math class, so I am going to use math as my theme. I can upload a photo as well. You want to pay attention to this area right here where it says a class code. In an ideal world, if I were going to see my students tomorrow, I would give them this class code so that they can join your Google Classroom. The reality is that we won't see our students, and so I'm going to teach you how to add your students into your class. I think given the current circumstances, given that you can't see your students, you can't follow up with them face to face, that they need to join Google Classroom, the easiest thing for you to do would be to input your own students. So up at the top, I'm going to have you click the People tab. If you have a co-teacher for whatever reason, or you want someone to be an additional teacher in your class, you can add them here. And you type in the teacher's name and then you press invite. We're more interested in the students here. So if you press invite students, you would literally have to type in students' names or emails, which you're more than welcome to do that class by class, but that's going to take a really long time. So I'm going to redirect you to SIS. So go back to your portal, open up SIS. I have it open. This is what I see. Do not judge. My grades are definitely nowhere near done right now. So on SIS, I'm going to click the Students tab. And if you search in the options, there is an option for Advanced Report. So you're going to click Advanced Report. And I am waiting for SIS any day now. Really, the only thing that you need to input your students into Google Classroom is their email. So right here where you see available fields, you're going to search for email. See, so you can do this by class period. Right now I have this class period of mine. And then I'm going to just pull the emails for that class period. So in the search field, we're under available field, I'm going to type in email. You have several options that pop up. What you're interested in is the student email address. So I'm going to click this plus, the green plus sign to add it, and then I'm going to run the report. So now you have a couple options here. This one can get a little tricky depending on what device you're on. You can click your mouse down and then select all. See how I'm selecting everything here, every single last email. And then right now, since I am working on my computer, I'm going to press Control C for copy. I'm going to go back to Google Classroom. I'm going to add my students and I'm going to press Control V to paste them in there. Now, you should see this right here at the bottom pop up, add recipients. Click that and you'll see that each recipient has been added individually, and then I'll press invite. Another way that you could do that in case the select all feature is giving you some trouble is that if you look next to where it says number of students, there's this little icon here. That icon, if you click it, allows you to actually download your report as a spreadsheet. So you can see something downloaded here. I'm going to open it up. Whatever that is, I'm going to select yes. I trust the SIS website. And then here I can do the same thing. I can click, select all, Control C for copy, go back to Google Classroom, select invite students, Control V to paste them in. Same thing, I have to click add recipients, and now it has added every single recipient in there. And then down here, you're going to press invite. I am not going to do that for these students. Well, you know what? I'll tell them that this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to click invite just for the heck of it. And then you can see the names of your students that have been invited. They will get an email and then they will have to accept. Let's say you added a student inadvertently, you can select them, and then here you can email them if you want to remind them to accept again, or you can remove them if you know it's a student that is no longer on your roll for whatever reason. But SIS should be pretty accurate. So I actually am going to select all of these students, and I'm going to remove every single last one of these students because they do not need to be in this class. Okay, so that's a little tutorial on how to add your students into Google Classroom. I will be following up with an additional tutorial with how to get yourself organized on Google Classroom. Thanks.